Hey, what's up, everyone? You are listening to the Tomica podcast edition, episode number 5. I'm your host, Kennedy, and I hope everyone is having a good start of their week. Before I begin, I would like to give a big push for Le Seraphim, my favorite group. Well, one of my favorite music groups right now, who comes out with a new album, and it's called Unforgiven. Should be out in Amazon, so you could get it on MP3, but check out their video on Unforgiven on YouTube. It should be coming out within the next few hours, or if you're listening to this podcast later, it should have been out by now, so, and especially the album, so definitely check that out. Okay, so we have new releases for Tomica. This is for June 2023. A lot of places are taking pre-sales right now. Some places you'll have to wait until the day of release. So, as you can see here in yellow, number 26, the Isuzu Elf sign car. And again, Isuzu Elf is a big deal in Japan for Tomica collectors. These sell out so quickly that they're going to go up in price within the next week or so after it comes out. These things sell out like hotcakes, you know, like how Skylines and Sylvia's are. For the non-sports cars, Isuzu Elf just sells like crazy. It's just how it is. It's a popular car that you see for businesses, promoting businesses, delivery, you name it. It's the most well-known, work vehicle that people will see throughout Japan. And so for those of you who are collectors, yep, we have another Isuzu Elf coming out, and this is the sign car, and this will be about 550 yen. Because it's a June 2023 release, this is not affected by the, shouldn't be affected by the Takara Tomy price increase. Those are pretty much the sets only, so I think they're still keeping at 550 yen, and I cannot guarantee that you will see it for 380 yen, because the Isuzu Elves just sell like just sells out quickly. So you definitely want to get it when it comes out. This one will come with the suspension and sign lifting. And let's look right here. So here is the sign lifting. And this is going to be very cool. So this is something you see in Japan when they're fixing something and you get the detour to the right. I think that's pretty cool. So we have a Toyota Noah number 50. And this will come with it will come in maroon as the base color, and then you could get the first edition version. So this will come with suspension. By the way, going back to the number 26 Isuzu Elf sign car, this will be replacing the number 26 Toyota Crown on the numeric list. The Toyota Noah will be replacing the Toyota GR Yaris. So that's important to know. Now here is a Mitsubishi Fuso Super Great Pull Trailer, and this is very cool. This is going to be very cool. This will be 1045 yen. I don't know if we'll see it drop below that, but this comes with loading and unloading, extending steering drawbar, and trailer removal. So if you could look at here, and you could see these pipes. So it could be. So you could remove the this top gray part. So that's cool. And you could put the big giant pipes. And then you have this as well. This will be replacing the number 140 Komatsu Motor Grader GD6756 in the number 140. And I was looking to see how this vehicle looks like in real life. And I found something somewhat of a version of it, but this is an older one here, so right here. So someone's trying to sell it for over 8 million yen, and this is a 2005, but you can see here in the pictures. Let's see here. This is the vehicle. Man, look at those tires. Pretty small. Considering they're pulling all that weight, but There you go. So it looks like this thing really gives you length. It could extend, I think. I've not seen this vehicle up front and personal, so I can't say anything about it. I could be wrong. I probably may have seen it before, but this one has a this one has a wooden type of trailer, but looks like it's in good condition, and that's why the owner's is trying to sell it. So anyway, that is an example of this vehicle coming out. You also have this agriculture set. We had one in the long line with the calves, and this one is now the Tomica farm track set. Now this one has the price increase of 2,200. You might see it probably under 22,000 yen. Probably, under 2,000 yen. Usually they tend to drop to 1,800, but with the price increase, not so sure about that. But you will get the dairy truck, the Subaru Sambar ranch cells vehicle, the Suzuki Carry ranch truck, and 4 pigs. So you can see right here. And you get these little pigs in black and pink. So this is the release for the Tomica gift set, and then of course you have the DX police base right here. It's really hard to see, but you get a rail police kit and a villain. And it's a little bit hard to see, but I think that's going to be cool. It's about 7480 yen. That comes about like $55 or so. And of course, popular right here is the Dream Tomica SP Chikawa and the Chikawa Hachiware. So I think, and of course you get the Chikawa Usagi right here. And then for Dream Tomica number 155, you have the Rilakuma. So, and then you have the special version of Kori Lakuma, and I get a feeling this one is going to be the big one right here. Specials usually are. And then you get the cars. You get Mac C15, and this one will have Cars 3. So the film Cars 3. I'm not sure exactly. Let's see here. It just says it comes with Mac with a charming expression with this Car 3's standard type. And then the C37 meter is a president type, which you can see that logo right there. And then you have the parade floats. You got the Dream Tomica number 174 with Donald Duck, and the 175 with Winnie the Pooh. And then moving on to Tomica Premium. This one is available for pre-sales right now. This one is the Toyota MR2. Comes with suspension, retractable light deployment, and storage. So, that's pretty cool. And this one is the big one right here. Tomica Premium Unlimited. And this one is, of course, Wild Speed. For those of you who are not familiar with Wild Speed, it is the Japanese name of Fast and the Furious. So the number 3 of Wild Speed will feature the Supra. And this one will have roof removal and suspension. There we go. And then, of course, the Wild Speed 1999 Skyline GTR. And this one will feature left and right door opening and suspension. That's pretty cool. And you know this one's going to sell out quickly. So, and then if you have a Takara Tomy Mall next to you, you can get the Tomica Premium Honda NSX Type S. So that's for June 2023. But remember, for May, coming in a week or two, we'll go with the Japanese here. We got the Toyota Voxy right here. And this one is also available for pre-order. You can get this pretty much easy on Amazon Japan if you want. But check out that grill; it's really awesome. You get the blue, or is it dark blue or dark gray? Hard to say, but then you get the white one, first edition. If you do order that, just remember first editions tend to go a little bit more, so a little bit more expensive than the standard, almost double the price, you could say. But this one will be replacing the number 64 Nissan Ariya on the red box line, and then the 115 Honda FU655 Lucky. This is the lawnmower with a little person right there. Comes with a rotating rotary, movable mudguard, human with pedestal. This one will be replacing the number 115 Subaru WRX S4 STI Sport. And then here you got the Kimetsu no Yaiba. So if you like Demon Slayer, the anime series or the manga, we'll have a special cars for this, and they also will have a set. If I recall seeing, there was like a big red box from what I saw on Amazon. Another Tomica Premium coming out in May. This is the Pontiac Firebird, so you definitely want to get this. This one was not on sale or not on pre-order on Amazon Japan, so a day before you definitely want to check in and see if it's up and then go for it. Suspension, left and right door opening and closing. That's going to be a hot one. This one is the Go Around with Tomica Traditional Japanese Collection Volume 9. So you got a Toyota Hi-Ace right here with Japanese umbrella designs. This one will be available in many stores, especially bookstores throughout Japan. And so, yeah, you can definitely get that there. It's a little bit... it's more traditional, part of their traditions, Japanese traditional set. I've never saw one. I've never saw one up front. I've went to my goodness. I've been to several bookstores around Tokyo, hoping when I was looking for previous versions of things, and was unable to find any Tomica stuff. So I don't know if they sell out really quickly, but again, they're sold in many locations, so it shouldn't be too hard to find that, but I don't know. I've never been able to find one myself, nor do I own any of the traditional Japanese collections for the Tomica cars. This one is Aeon number 68 Subaru WRX STI Type S, and this is a Mexico police specification, and this will be available only at Aeon stores. I've only been to an Aeon store when I went to the Kansai area, and I think it was Gifu. It's usually in those prefectures that are more not metropolitan that I see these stores at. But again, Aeon's pretty huge, and I hope some of you are able to get this special car. But that rounds out for the May releases. If anything, I think this one right here is the one to watch out for. If you can get to it, this Firebird is going to be hot. But again, I don't see any pre-sales for it, so once it's released, the day it's released, definitely go for it. So let's go ahead and check out the sales rankings. Okay, we're going to kick off with the Yodobashi mini car ranking. This is for the die-cast metal cars. And as you can see, number one right now, Tomica Dreams Special. The Kurila Kuma car is the number one car that is getting a lot of pre-sales right now. At number two, we got the Toyota Supra for the Wild Speed for Tomica Premium Unlimited. Then we have the Takara Tomica Aquarium Truck Shark box version that is in third place. The fourth place is the Toyota MR2, so that's a pre-order right there in white. Then you got the Takara Tomica Premium 01 Fast and Wild Speed Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 7. At number 6, you got the Convoy, which is popular. 7th, you got the pre-order of people pre-ordering for the Mitsubishi Fuso pole trailer. And number 8, we have the Tokyo Tomica Premium Unlimited Mobile Suit Gundam Kido Senshi Gundam, the white base mini car, 8th place. Okay, let's go ahead and check out to see what's going on with Tomica rankings. Here we go. So Tomica is not much different from the diecast metal rankings, with the first place being the Kori Lakuma special, and then second place is the Shark, the aquarium truck shark box set, the box version, number 69. Third place is the Tomica Premium Unlimited 06 Wild Speed, the 1999 S Skyline GTR. And this is a pre-order. And fourth place is the Supra of Wild Speed, also part of the Tomica Premium Unlimited line. That's number 3, while the Skyline's number 6. Fifth place is the Nissan Skyline 2000 Turbo GTE S. So this is number 8. And number 6 is the Tomica Premium 2 Honda Integra Type R. 7th place is the Cars Lightning McQueen Dinoco Type. So Lightning McQueen is in blue. And 8th place is the Meter RRC Type. Let's see if we can get a picture right there. There we go. So that is Yodobashi. Now what about Bit Camera? Okay, Bit Camera. The top Tomica sales ranking. We'll do the top 20 here. The Nissan Skyline for Wild Speed, the 1999 version. Tomica Premium Unlimited 06. Tomica Premium Unlimited 03 for Wild Speed Supra. Third place is the MR2, the upcoming MR2 for Tomica Premium. Number 4 is the upcoming Toyota Noah, number 50. Fifth place is the Isuzu Elf Sidecar, number 5. Number 6 is the Mitsubishi Fuso, and that one's the Super Great Pull trailer. 7th place is the Donald Duck Parade. And then number 8 is the Winnie the Pooh Parade. Number 9 is that first special specification of the Toyota Noah. Number 10 is the Shin Kamen Rider Cyclone, the first version. Number 11 is the Meter President Type, for pre-ordering for that. Kori Lakuma pre-orders is number 12. Tomica Farm Set is number 13. The 14th is the Shin Kamen Rider number 2 version. Number 15 is Mac from Cars 3. That is number 15. Number 16 is the Studio Ghibli Porco Rosa Savoia. And then rounding out 17 through 19, Usagi is the Chikawa Usagi. 17, Chikawa Hachiware. SP 18, Chikawa the special is 19, and 20 would be the Toyota MR2. This is the premium release commemorative specification, and this is the number 40. So there you go, and that's for Bit Camera. Okay, so for Japanese news, the big news, of course, is these Happy Meal, McDonald's Happy Meal toy sets. At first I thought they were going to be die-cast metal, but they ended up being plastic, and I noticed a lot of YouTubers have been trying to collect them all, YouTubers in Japan, Yeah, I think it's kind of difficult. It's you have to eat a lot of McDonald's, or have a lot of kids who eat McDonald's and get them each a Happy Meal set, I suppose. But the second set for these Tomica McDonald's Happy Sets will be starting. Will have already started actually, and this will last through May 7th. So remember, there is going to be um, a secret Tomica, which no one is sure what it'll be yet, but you can pretty much get a happy set such as a cheeseburger or chicken McNuggets, a side menu, a toy, and a book. So as you can see right here, here are some of the releases. Again, this will last through not May 7th, but May 11th, April 20th through May 11th, and then the third version, the third will be from May 12th, and I'm not sure what the cutoff date on that is, but so the second toy lineup for April 28th through May 11th will be the Sakai City Fire Department Special Advanced Rescue Vehicle, the Toyota Dyna tow truck, the Aquarium truck, the Hato bus, and a secret toy right here. So yeah, I think it's a little excitement over there what the secret will be, so not really sure. So that is interesting. And then you can also receive a Tomica playing sheet and a Tomica Waku Waku encyclopedia with each happy set right here. That's pretty cool. So your little checklist of all the 2023 vehicles that are available. I think that's really cool. Or actually, maybe not the whole. I can't see. I think this one pretty much shows all. Well, it looks like the 2023 releases. So I think that's very cool. So these were the first edition sets right here, where people could get the Nissan Skyline GTR, BRN 34 patrol car. Oh no, this is the third Happy Set Tomica release from May 12th. That will include the Nissan Skyline GTR BNR 34 patrol car, the Honda VFR police motorcycle. Wow. And of course, if you don't want Tomica, if you have a daughter or so, there will be Slovenian families Happy Meal sets as well, so they can take advantage of that. So that's pretty cool. I think if anything, for collectors who want to get all the Happy Meal sets in plastic, Tomica plastic sets, vehicle sets, I think it's worth checking out. So I mean, it looks pretty cool. I saw some of the stuff that some YouTubers shown that, the placement of the stickers. Some of it can be a little tricky, but... And then, of course, the big news, the Tomica Expo that's happening in Osaka. And this one right here is a huge diorama. And I believe over 1,000 Tomica are being displayed in this diorama right here. Looks like they got the plow rail running as well. So, according to this diorama, Tanaka Hideo of Takara Tomy Fieldtech said, "We were particular about the size of the diorama and made it powerful. I hope that not only parents and children, but also car lovers will enjoy it. Opening hours are from 9:30 a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Last entry at 16:30 p.m. Entrance fee is 1,200 yen for adults, 1,000 yen for children, and it's free for children under 2 years old. And this will run through May 7th. So definitely check that out. Okay, this one right here. So, 2 new items from the Dreamstar 4 and Disney Tomica Parade series. We know that already. This one from Disney Motors says Disney characters will celebrate its 15th anniversary of Disney Motors in 2023. And you can get this flagship car, the Dreamstar 4. That is pretty cool. By the way, this is courtesy of Dengeki Hobby. That is a very cool D100. And then you got Mickey Mouse Plow Rail Kid. But this is how it looks like right here. So how much would it be? It'll be 1650 yen, which is standard, and will be sold in mid-July 2023. So 1650 yen is, let's see, how much is that in US dollars? Because a lot of these things show up on eBay and Amazon right after. So it'll be about $12.07. So that's pretty cool, especially if you're a hardcore Disney fan. But yeah, that is the. Let's see, what else do they have here? One thing I was surprised is I didn't see the Valentine one for 2023. I just saw the 2022, which I did pick up. But here is the Disney Tomica Parade series, and as mentioned, coming out in June is the Donald Duck and the Winnie the Pooh. So these will be about 990 yen. The Donald Duck one will be about 1100 yen, but I think that's very cool though. Okay, so what you're looking at here is the Tomica transporter of the Nissan Fairlady Z 300ZX twin turbo, and I talked about it in my what I received for Tomica just a few days ago. That video, if you haven't checked it out, check it out and see what I got in. But yeah, this one is the Fairlady Z 300ZX turbo, popular. Geez, I think it was in the mid '80s, right? So the car itself is really nice. I do like the the doors don't open, but you got the clear lamps on the front. The rear tail lights also have these red lamps. It's not painted on, so that's really good. I was surprised of how heavy this vehicle, the transport, is, and how big it was, because it's a smaller box. But I guess when you think about it, everything does fit in there perfectly. It's this is not based on a real vehicle, but still, Tomica did a great job on that. And of course, this vehicle right here, the Nissan Fairlady Z 300ZX twin turbo, was really well done. I actually like how they had the black around the near the rims area, not just all silver like we tend to see with other car releases. But this one right here, it's not loose. If you move it up or down, you'll hear the click, click, click. So it really stays in place. So that's a positive right there. As you can see here, that you'll see the 2016. It's because a Fairlady was released as a Tomica Premium in yellow, I believe. Back in, I think it was for 2017 sometime, but made in 2016, and I think in my opinion, it's definitely worth owning for this transport set. It's it's nicely done. Actually, you really can't go wrong with Tomica Premiums unless you spend more for the Tomica Vintage Neo, which is about it's a lot more expensive, but it's a lot more detailed, and those are for the hardcore collectors. So this one is about 2,000 yen, so it's about what, 14 bucks, well, close to 15 bucks actually. So it's about standard with the Nissan, not the Nissan, but the Hot Wheels version, because I did pick up a Sylvia for the Hot Wheels and compared the size, and but for the most part, if you are on the fence of getting the transport sets for Tomica, I do recommend them. They're really nice, and for this one, it's really good. It's just I like nice and heavy. As for the car itself, I do like, again, I like the details, like the little license plate here, the 300ZX. It's a pretty awesome car, to tell you the truth. It's just definitely worth owning. The whole transport set's actually worth owning, and the other two as well. If there's only one thing that I wish that they did, and I think it was a Lamborghini one, I think for the Tomica Mall version, which had a really nice black transporter, but unfortunately that's if you go to their stores. not available to the public unless someone resells it on Amazon or eBay. But yeah, this is a pretty tight vehicle that I do recommend. It's really cool. Okay, so before we end today's episode, let's do a little talk session here. I just want to keep it real and tell you my thoughts about Tomica and also other lines, and let's just go ahead and talk about it. Again, Tomica releases. Now is the best time to get it, especially with the other currencies doing better than the Japanese yen. Things are a lot cheaper than what Japanese would normally pay for it. So I just want you to know that if you can order from Amazon Japan or an online store or even on eBay, well, not necessarily on eBay because some people do inflate the prices, but there are people, there are different options out there to get things a lot cheaper. So Amazon Japan is great for those who buy in bulk and who are ready to purchase, to spend for they are familiar with how shipping and handling goes. Again, it's a great time to get it right now because, even if it's 550 yen, a lot of these places, especially Amazon Japan, sells them for 380 yen, and because the dollar is doing better, or other foreign currencies are doing better, you get it a lot cheaper. So now is the time to do it while the economy is as it is right now. Again, it sucks for Japan because things are going up in price, and hopefully their economy bounces back up. But I know for those of you who live outside of Japan, it's these are just rare opportunities where you just have to say, you know what, I could get the things that I really want, certain vehicles that I want from Tomica, certain lines that I want, and especially if you're into the vintage, the Neo collections, things are a lot cheaper than they are now than before. Because I'm seeing right now with especially with Takara Tomy and Kato, of how how things are becoming more expensive on the trains, and that's why these secondhand sales are doing so well in Japan. I would not be surprised if we start to see more Tomica collectors starting to sell their collections, and to make money. It's just right now you have two. It's interesting when you juxtapose both the United States and Japan, because I think the USA is quite driven by, especially with the die-cast metal, they're mostly driven by the super treasure hunts and treasure hunts, and it's understandable. I mean, you buy something for $1 that's worth $50 or $75 or whatever. I mean, it's appealing. I could see people wanting to make money that way. Then yeah, hey, go for it. All power to you. But then in Japan, you have people who know things are going to be selling out, and they know that things are going to go up in price immediately, such as the Skylines, the Sousa Elves, the Suzuki, the Sylvias, and so forth. They tend to go up in price quite a bit really quickly. It's just how it is. And in Japan, it's more first come first serve, whereas in the U.S., it's more of who's able to, get to a fresh setup of people when the pegs. I guess when the blisters are put on the pegs, but. Yeah, that's one of the things that's just I find very interesting is that at least with the Tomica, it's now online. People could get their stuff online, and they do have Tomica malls where you could get exclusives and stuff like that. But I think with Japan, because of the few releases per month, it makes it a lot easier for people to collect. Whereas in the U.S., my goodness, there's just so many releases. I was actually at I went into a dollar store in the U.S. and I had them. A friend of mine that I went to high school with, he actually was a manager there, and he said, "Hey, you looking for something?" I said, "Yeah. Do you have any Hot Wheels or any die-cast metal, anything?" He said, "Yeah, I have Matchbox." And of course, I know many of you. I don't know how you feel about Matchbox, but I was willing to check him out and give him a try, and he says, "Well, here it is," and yeah, for me, I'm not driven by chase cars or super treasure hunts or treasure hunts. I'm driven by instinct, the gut instinct of knowing that you want that vehicle because it looks so cool. Because there's some history or tradition behind it, and that's how I am as a collector. It's not just for the vehicles. It's also, well, not just for Hot Wheels or Matchbox. It goes in the vehicles of all kinds, even for trains. I'm like that. I love the history that goes behind it, the design, the idea, the creativity. That stuff excites me, and I like that. And I like to partake in communities with people who are like-minded, who are into it because of that. Um, I think as far as I remember, collecting and as being a former toy hunter, I can just remember going in there and seeing the same people early in the morning or very late in the evening, and they're in it for the treasure hunts and so forth. And again, all power to those people who want to do that. I'm not that type of collector. I get things whatever I want, no matter how crazy they may be. For me, I am not too particular on a certain car. Yes, I love Japanese sports cars, but you see me getting a Isuzu Elves, and they're very popular. But that's the type of vehicles you often see in Japan. But Hot Wheels is a little different because they tend to release out of the cars that are just like really crazy. Something just like, wow, what went into this creation of this, and those type of things interest me. And what, for a designer, what went into their head of why did they create this way, or even you appreciate it like a form of art. So for me, that's what attracts me as a collector. With that being said, I do just want to say though that again, being a former toy hunter and knowing how it is, just be careful if it gets to the point where your body starts to wake up, at a certain time, or your body wants to continually hit a store because the adrenaline shoots up at a certain time. Be careful of that because it can literally consume you. You will find yourself not just wanting to go to one store or two stores, but every store in neighboring cities. That's how bad it can get. So, you know, I understand the thrill of competition. I understand the adrenaline that goes into this, but at the same time, just don't let it consume you, because it could be a little bit dangerous, and it could be a little costly, especially on gas money and so forth. And I know some of you just like, well, I really want a super treasure hunt, and that's where finding people out there, joining a community. There's many forums out there for various hobbies, Hot Wheels, Matchbox, or diecast metal in general. As there are for Star Wars collectors, Transformers collectors, GI Joe collectors, you name it. There's forums and boards with community members willing to help. And that is the stuff that I enjoyed. If I, knowing that other people may need something that they can't find in their area, I like the idea. Well, you know what? I could find these easily. I'll get it. I will tell you the truth. I've seen super treasure hunts, and I've seen treasure hunts. Didn't even pick it up. Just left it on the pegs. And I said, I hope someone else gets this and enjoys it. But, and then going back the next day, seeing them gone. And it's it's just really interesting of how things have changed over the years, and seeing how more and more people are getting into the hobby. I Again, I don't know the ratio of people who are getting into it because they love cars and they're getting into the hobby of collecting, versus those who are just getting into the hobby just to make a quick buck. Um, I could tell you that uh, I do find it worrisome, because I see any type of hobby that involves collecting, and where people can, make a quick buck from. Um, I've seen it, people with Nike collections, or shoe collections, or people who are collecting, certain video games, or so forth. You have your peaceful communities, but some certain hobbies do also bring out some bad apples, and you just got to be careful, especially for those who are traveling late in the wee hours of the early morning, because they just want to get their toy, their adrenaline is just pumping, and they just want to, you know, they just want to go and see if they can find these certain toys. Just be careful out there, especially if you have bad weather in your area. Maybe snow, or fog, or whatever. Um, Nor do you want to go to super these certain areas that that are not as welcoming. You just got to be careful about that, and be careful of your surroundings, because I could tell, while I'm a Tomica collector primarily, I could tell that even when I go to when I visit a store, like during my lunchtime, and I visit, I tend to head out. And just like, for instance, I'm looking for a Godzilla vehicle for Hot Wheels that should be out on the shelves. It's something that I've been looking for, and I'm like, you know what? Let's see if I can find it and pick it up. But sometimes you run into people, and I've seen a lot of people go there. Once I get there, and a lot of people going there, really, it's like competitive, and some even mad dog you, like, what are you doing in my personal space here? Or what are you doing? This is my area. What are you doing? This is my thing. And when they see some new blood, new fresh meat here or something, they look at you as like there's some person just invading their personal space. And it's just like, man, look at this. These guys are competitive. This is so crazy. And I was just watching just seeing how people were communicating, because everyone was pretty much eyeing on the Hot Wheels area. And then this older gentleman came, and he was just really pissed off at everyone, getting mad because people. I think he was one of those traditionalists who collected for the sake of collecting the cars they like. And he was listening. I guess he was overhearing these people like, yeah, I'm trying to find the super treasure hunt. It's worth this much on eBay, just trying to find it. And I think that just really turned them off. And I think there are people who get turned off by that. For me, I could care less. It's just because it's been going on for so long. And this is just not limited to toy collecting. This is going on for, even the baseball cards, or you name it. And even with comic books and so forth. I remember back in the day with comic books, there used to be this magazine called Wizard. And Wizard would always feature these certain comic books. And people would think, oh, wow, these are in the top 20? They must be worth a lot of money. And Wizard really did a good job at building hype around their sales. They're not. It wasn't the sales ranking. It was their top picks. And I noticed that with some of the Hot Wheels or certain YouTubers talking about, I think this is, they say certain names and everything that will help generate a lot of interest. And then I see those people start increasing their prices on Amazon and eBay, and I'm just like, really? So I think this is it's just something to be careful. If you're new to the hobby, um, you know, don't overpay and don't overspend on things. Join a community first, and ask if there's anyone. Look into the for sales or see if anyone can help you out. Because what may be pricey or what may be selling out in one area of the country, someone could probably find it a lot cheaper in their part of the in the other side or another state or whatever. It's just don't get discouraged. So before I go, I just want to say thank you for supporting the podcast. May you be listening to the Tomica podcast or even listen to our Tetsudo Moke podcast. Thank you very much for that support, and also for those of you who have written me, thank you very much for that support and positive vibes. Other than that, again, I want everyone to have a good week and just enjoy the hobby. Enjoy the hobby. Enjoy the community. A lot of people out there willing to help you out. And again, if it's not in your area, other people may have more in their area, and they can help you out. There's just so many people, really good people out there. So don't get too discouraged. And if you're looking for super treasure hunt or treasure hunt, I know a lot of people want those, but there are so many other cars out there that you can enjoy that are not treasure hunt or super treasure hunt. They're just as awesome. So with that being said, as for Tomica, I may have some contests coming up and do some giveaways, because there are times when I buy them, Amazon Japan makes me buy more than one, and I don't need more than one. So I may have some contests coming up in the future. And other than that, that is it for episode 5. You all have a good week. And Johnny, John Matane. Sayonara. Later, everyone.